Welcome to Gaia's Calling, where stories ignite your spirit and the earth whispers her secrets. I'm Brad Swift, a write-on-purpose author of eco-fiction and nonfiction, inviting you to become an eco-guardian. Together, let's explore the wonders of our world and take action to protect them. Listen closely. Gaia is calling. And Gaia's call today is to really look at what are we celebrating here in the United States, particularly on this 4th of July meditation on freedom, fossil fuels, and the future. So let's dig right into this. You know, before the fireworks light up the sky, before the flags wave and the anthems echo, I invite you to take a breath with me. Not a performative one, not a patriotic puff of the chest, but a quiet, thoughtful breath. One that asks, what are we actually celebrating today? And perhaps more importantly, what do we want future generations to celebrate on this day 100 years from now? So here's a meditation with the Mighty Muse that brought this article on about 24 hours ago. I sat this morning in meditation seeking clarity and grounding perspective, as I often do. I imagined I was in a conversation with the Mighty Muse, that deep current of cosmic consciousness that has long whispered through the trees and flowed through rivers and stirred the hearts of those willing to listen. And I asked, what might a truly liberated nation look like? One that honors all life, not just human life. What kind of freedom are we shaping with our daily choices, our politics, our parenting, and our presence? What came was not a scolding, but an invitation, a gentle yet firm invitation to reflect, to reconnect, and to refound what this country and this world might become. You know, the founding fathers and the seeds of truth and untruth. Let's give credit where it's due. Many of the founders, flawed and limited as they were, did tap into some powerful ideas that mirrored what I now call the four great truths, or GTs, like interconnectedness. Many early communities understood their lives depended on neighbors, land, and local systems. And sufficiency. The American Revolution arose partly from frustration with royal excess. So simplicity and sufficiency had value. And reciprocity. Self-governance emerged from the belief that rights come with responsibilities. And stewardship. In agrarian life, land wasn't just property, it was a partnership. And yet, these truths were quickly overshadowed by the four great untruths, or guts. One being that we are separate from nature. Enslavement and land theft were justified by a belief in human superiority. And this idea that more is always better, from manifest destiny to consumer culture, the drive for more became law. And the earth resources being infinite, expansion never paused to ask what the land could bear. And even technology will save us, that great untruth. Even then, there was a seduction in mechanization over mutuality. So, here we are, today. Our cultural DNA is a tangle of contradiction, potential, and peril. So let's look at fossil fuels, the hidden architect of American power. Let's fast forward to 1859, the first commercial oil well in Pennsylvania. That black liquid energy, so dense, so cheap, so powerful, poured fuel not only into engines, but into the entire worldview. We stopped living off Earth's daily solar income and began burning through our stored capital. Fossil fuels gave us highways, high-rises, global trade, industrial food, and the illusion that we were gods of endless growth. This changed everything, including our politics. Cheap energy allowed us to externalize cost, ecological, emotional, and economic. It let us believe that distance erased consequence, and it built a political and economic system where those with access to the most energy and money could control the narrative. Even now, on this holiday, fossil fuels will power most of the fireworks shows, the traffic, the grills, the flights, the mass-produced flags. So again I ask, what are we really celebrating? And I'd really like to hear from you. So if you're on Substack, either on the website or the app, share your thoughts right there. There's a button for that. I would love to hear your thoughts. So, a new declaration. Interdependence, not just independence. Maybe what we need isn't a revolution, but a rerouting, a return to the great truths, the interconnectedness. We're not above the web of life, we are the web of life. What harms one harms all. And with sufficiency, where there is enough, if we share wisely, live simply, and create systems rooted in equity. And reciprocity? Well, rights and responsibilities go hand in hand. Democracy is not a spectator sport, not true democracy particularly. And then there's stewardship. We really are caretakers, not kings. Anybody paying attention there? We are not kings. Let us govern for the 7th generation. So what might a political system rooted in these truths look like? Well, perhaps it would prioritize the well-being of all species, not just human GDP. Maybe it would weigh policy based on long-term ecological health, not quarterly profits. And maybe it would replace extraction with regeneration. And maybe, just maybe, it could treat clean air, water, and soil as rights, not commodities. You might call that purposeful politics, or call it refounding America. Even call it a dream. But if we don't dream differently, we're destined to keep repeating the same nightmares. So, where do we begin? We begin by not turning away, by refusing to let cynicism close our hearts, by reclaiming the power of civic imagination. Let's talk with our kids, not just about fireworks, but about why this land deserves our care. Let's host intergenerational conversations about real freedom, the kind that includes Earth and the unseen and the unborn. Let's redefine patriotism as a love so deep we're willing to tell the truth about where we've been and where we must go. And if this calls to you, how about sharing this post with a friend? There's a button here for doing that. So, a mini mission to redefine your freedom. This July 4th, I invite you to, light a candle in gratitude for Earth. Maybe even host a family "What is real freedom?" type circle. Or how about planning something? really, literally, in soil, and post a photo with the hashtag EcoGuardian with your vision of freedom for our life. Let's make this Independence Day about interdependence. Let's raise a new flag, one that doesn't divide us by borders, but binds us through belonging. And if there was something in this article today that called to you, that resonated with you, I invite you to share your EcoGuardian action that you'll be taking from this. And a final reflection. What if our greatest patriotic act right now, well, how about is to grieve? To grieve the mock promises we've broken, the paths we've strayed from, the planet we've wounded, and then to rise, not in anger, but in awe, in purpose, in one cause, to become the ancestors future generations will thank. Let's become citizens, not just of nations, but of life itself.